Hi, I'm Sonya White Jaguar. Welcome to this edition of White Jaguar Wednesdays, my semi-monthly series where I discuss spiritual subjects inspired by your questions. As promised in the last video, today I'd like to conduct a ceremony to help you release any grief that you're carrying, from the loss of a person, a job, a lifestyle, a place, a time in your life, anything like that, or anything that you'd like to heal or release. If you missed the last video, be sure to check it out. I shared my latest free book, Alan Rickman, on Transforming Grief, a channeled commentary. Alan asked me to conduct a ceremony for you. I've learned many healing methods over the last 20 years, and I've found ceremonies to be one of the most powerful. For the past 12 years, I've been studying shamanism with a Mayan shaman based in the Yucatan Peninsula named Miguel Angel Vergara. I'm in my office today where I have these Mayan images on the wall that help to inspire me every time I sit down to write. I brought these back with me from my spiritual journeys to the ancient Mayan sites in Mexico. I've been to Mexico many times. There's the famous Mayan calendar in the upper left-hand corner. There are images of Pacalvotan and Lady Zacuc, celebrated leaders of Palenque, a Mayan city in southern Mexico. There's a story here of a jaguar deity. The jaguar is a sacred animal in Mayan cosmology, and my spiritual name, White Jaguar, came to me by revelation while visiting the Mayan sites. And finally, in the center is the ceiba tree, which symbolizes the cosmic tree of life, which is what I want to focus on as it relates to the ceremony today. The tree represents the three forces of creation and the three aspects of our being: the surface of the earth where we live, the underground, and the sky. The father, mother, and child. Positive, negative, and neutral, protons, electrons, and neutrons. In one of the first videos that I posted here on YouTube, I talked about how our being has three main aspects: the physical, astral, and causal bodies, or the body, soul, and spirit. Also body, mind, and spirit. It's also the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind. Modern medicine basically only deals with the physical body, the surface. Psychologists take into account the subconscious, the underground, and some work with the superconscious, our interconnectedness, our eternality and past lives and so forth. But this aspect tends to be the least understood. This is the one that people probably tend to dismiss the most as the imagination. As a spiritual healer, I work with all three aspects. I like performing ceremonies because ceremonies work with all three aspects. So that's what we're going to do today. In a moment, I'll call in the four directions, which are represented by the four colors of the altar. The colors represent the four colors of corn. Corn is an ancient symbol of abundance, which we receive from the earth. The four colors also represent the four major human races and the fact we're all connected. We're all one family. The green candle in the center represents ourselves and the heart chakra. That's why I'm wearing green today. Okay, so take a moment to get comfortable now. Set your intentions for what you would like to release today, and then I'll begin the ceremony by calling in the four directions and my friends on the other side who've agreed to help. You're welcome to close your eyes and relax, or you can keep your eyes open and you can participate in the salutations with me. I'll be acknowledging all three of these levels of the tree. Okay, so go ahead and get comfortable and I'll begin the ceremony and I'll play my drum. Okay, so let's begin by calling in the four directions. Let's start with the east. You can face east, or you can simply symbolically turn your attention to the east. And I'd like to call in the guardians of the east to assist us with this ceremony today for transforming grief. I'd also like to call in some Reiki masters who've been very helpful to me in my healing practice. The founders of the Reiki system that we have today, Mikao Yusui, Dr. Chijiro Hayashi, and Mrs. Hawayo Takada. They all taught Reiki and helped Reiki to spread ultimately from Japan to the Western world in the 20th century. And I'd also like to bring in actor Alan Rickman. I taught him Reiki in 2016, and and politician Jo Cox, who became Alan's Reiki student after her death in 2016. They all have loving, giving hearts and just want to help people. And I appreciate all of you and thank you for being a part of this ceremony today. Now, let's turn to the west, or symbolically, in the mind, turn to the west. And I invite in the guardians of the west to come in and protect this space and join us in this ceremony to transform grief. I'd also at this time like to call in my friends from the House of St. Ignatius Loyola in Brazil, who helped me heal my thyroid when I had Epstein-Barr and Hashimoto's disease. I especially want to acknowledge Chico Xavier, the Brazilian medium and author who has helped encourage me to continue my work. You're all very powerful, and I acknowledge your presence, and I acknowledge your willingness to help people today to transform their grief. Thank you very much for being a part of this ceremony. Turn our attention to the north. You can physically turn to the north, or in your mind, symbolically turn to the north. I invite in the guardians of the north to come in and join us for this ceremony. Please protect this space. Thank you for helping everyone to release grief today. I'd also at this time like to invite in our brothers and sisters of the light from the Pleiades constellation, who first made contact with me in 2014 while I was visiting Mayan sites in Mexico. They're incredible healers, and they've taught me a lot about DNA. Thank you very, very much for being a part of this ceremony. Let's turn to the south. You can physically turn to the south, or symbolically in your mind turn to the south. And now I invite in the guardians of the south to join us for this ceremony today, protect this space, and assist everyone with releasing grief. I'd also at this time like to invite in the Mayan Masters of Light, guardians of the ancient Mayan sites, and the spiritual warriors in my shamanic journeys who identify as the Order of the Jaguar. I'd also like to invite in Lady Zakuk, who works with me, and the nature spirits called Alucius, who accompanied me on several of my journeys in Mexico. All very powerful, loving beings who want to help us on our journey to evolve. Thank you very much for being a part of this ceremony today and assisting everyone with their transformation of grief. And now let's turn our attention to the heart of the earth. Here we connect directly with Mother Earth, Mother Rainbow, Mother Medicine. Thank you for the nourishment that you provide. Thank you for our food and water. Thank you for our lives. It's a privilege to be here. Thank you, Mother Earth. And now lastly, let's turn our attention to the heart of the sky. Now we connect to our Creator and all that is. We connect to the cosmos and honor the ancient wisdom of the universe. We wouldn't be here if the elements from other stars hadn't helped to form our solar system. We acknowledge that we're part of something greater than ourselves, even if we can't see it with our physical eyes. We thank the energy of Mother Earth and Father Sky for joining us today and being a part of this ceremony and helping us to heal any grief that we would like to release today. So take a moment on your own now to feel the energy, feel the transformation. You can send to the center of this altar what it is that you would like to release today, what it is that you would like to heal, what you'd like to release, and allow the energy of this ceremony to transform your grief and replace it with pure divine love and healing and centering. All aspects of your being. You have the ability to transform yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Ask the guides to assist you. Ask them for help to heal. Ask them for guidance. Ask them questions. They're all very powerful healers. To close the ceremony, take a moment to thank everyone who has come in and helped you today. I also thank all the guides and guardians who came in to assist today. I very much appreciate your help, and I'm going to ask you all to return to your respective places. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When you're ready, open your eyes. I hope you found that helpful. I don't know about you, but I definitely felt the energy. Let me know in the comments or email me at sonya@sonyawhitejaguar.com. I have more questions to answer, so stay tuned for future videos. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you can be notified when the next video is available. You can also sign up for my newsletter on my website, SONYA'S, and get notified that way. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.